So Grandmaster Kaleak, could you discuss what your science and philosophy is for the martial arts?
You know, science is a great thing because it's based on facts, and it's proven on facts. And I'll always have this expression that the truth needs no evidence unto itself. And so basically, the truth is the truth. I mean, you don't have to have an opinion on it. It is what it is. It's been discovered as being the truth, and that's it. You know, I often quote Einstein, who we know is one of the geniuses of our time, and his theory of relativity being fact. But when he discovered it, he actually spent his entire life trying to prove that it wasn't true. I've always been impressed with that. There's something as powerful as the theory of relativity. I would expect other people to prove me wrong, because there's other scientists that maybe, you know, for whatever the reason, whether it's just trying to prove you wrong because you're a scientist like them and they want to be a better scientist, or they really are helping you by trying to prove it wrong so you can go back and do your homework on it. But for you to do it yourself, for you to try to find your own theory wrong, well, he died trying to find his own theory wrong. It is what it is. It is truth unto itself. But he wasn't satisfied with that. He really tried to see if there was another truth on top of that. Gotta appreciate that. Things different. So when I think about teacher Supreme Grandmaster Dr. Powell, constantly would make us and get us to understand things on another level. But it was appreciated because he never would give us the answer. We had to search for the answer. Like he would give it to you in these little quatrains, so to speak. You know, little sentences, and you would read it back to yourself over and over again. About martial art technique like that. Think about let's just take a punch. Okay. What we call a straight punch in martial art is a rotated punch. It's like a hook punch, a vertical punch, and then a straight punch. So when the punch is coming out the chamber, it does all three of those things. It's not like a regular fighter's punch, which is like a battering ram. It just batters the thing. There's no rotation on that. It's not because it won't hurt. It will hurt. But it's not like anything that's screwing like that, that's rotating. You know, air go like a bullet. Bullet's turning. Doesn't just come straight out the gun like the old musket, right? The old musket was boom, and the bullet hits the other ball travels. You know, the lead comes out. But as weapons evolved, we understood when that bullet was turning, it had more accuracy. Because we want to put it right here, right here. See, concept goes to science. The science of the human body is a skeleton system in there. How do I line these bones up so that they cause damage to my assailant not to me? So I have to think of it scientifically now. So I'm the deliverer, but delivering the technique, or am I delivering the concept? And so I like to think of my martial science as concept-based, where whatever I do, I try to look for the concept of it, where it can be used in more facets than one, and how I can use it to better my technique that's connected to the next thing. So now I hit you. Now my next version is to take your skeleton and manipulate it.
Principle anyway to save your life, all right? Again, I got this principle that I don't really deal with self-defense as much as I do survival. My teacher taught me it's about survival. You need to survive first before you do anything else.
Eye to eye, white belts, words of wisdom, the way of life, survival. Joseph Sonfakin, I understand you've been practicing the martial arts. What styles do you study and who do you study under?
first of all, eye to eye, heart to heart. Push. Yeah, I've been in martial art for a couple of years, but in this style that I'm learning is Eyes Ryu Jiu-Jitsu International. That's part of the Ryu Jiu-Jitsu family, and I'm learning under one of the first generation of the 17 Grandmaster that was raised from Dr.Moses Powell. His name is Soke Haisan Kaleak.
What do you think about your teacher, Soke Haisan Kaleak?
What do I think about Soke Haisan Kaleak? Very strict and strong character, but a very concerned, compassionate person. A beautiful spirit, regardless of how firm he may teach us his way, because he wanted to make sure that you get home safe. The same way as he carries the spirit of this teacher, Dr.Moses Powell. But I think of him very strong character, like I said before, highly of him because of his commitment into the style, what he teaches, but not only that, who he serves the community for what he teaches to the children. He really means well for them to grow and to be strong and teach the way of a warrior.
How has Soke Haisan Kaleak inspired you as a martial arts person?
Well, how he inspired me when I was trying to get back into the system, into learning martial arts. I was trying to go back to my old teacher from Fujapai system, who was Angel Jibion, Sifu Angel Jibion, but he relocated, so there was no way that I can be able to go back, and I didn't want to just go to anyone unless it was someone really authentic. So I kind of did some study research, and I went through YouTube, and I learned under Swamp, which is also one of the first generation of Dr. Moses Powell, who is Sijo Madul Mutakabel, who I was with him for 6 months. And after learning from him, what really got me into learning about Soke Haisan Kaleak, where Soke Haisan Kaleak was being part of the clinic, Swamp's clinic, that they were doing seminars. So he was teaching in there, and I noticed how he was teaching his way of Sanukis, and it caught me of my interest because my spirit was calling within me, saying that we can relate with that, and I could see myself expressing the style of the art just as Soke Haisan Kaleak. So I kind of looked into it and researched and learned more of Soke Haisan Kaleak through YouTube, and that's how I got inspired from the way how he teaches. Little to learn more than that. But it's great. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. That's the end of our interview. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Each one teach one.